GodFest. GodFest. 9Ether GodFest. 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 GodFest.
On the stage.
GodFest.
We won. We Erin. Doctah. I don't know if y'all ready. Yeah. We're looking for the turn on the light. Turn on the light so we can shine on Dr. B. Turn on the light. Whoever controls the light, turn on the light. Because Dr. B is the light. You can't wait for someone to turn on the light. You got to carry your own light. You have to be the light. The lighthouse, it shines a light. Morse code, a light that's a beacon so that the boats can come into harbor safely. That light shines all the time. It blinks day and night. Whether it's raining, snowing, even during a hurricane, the lighthouse is blinking. Each of us has a lighthouse within. Deep within your solar plexus is the lighthouse. Always carry your own light. They told me that these lights up here was going to be on tonight. Somehow they got fluorescent lights on me. Who's in control of the lights? Can we find out how to get off the fluorescent school lights? You nobody had them fluorescent lights on you in school. So that you would sit there and be dumbed down and just repeat after them. So I don't know. Do you know? Are y'all ready? It's elevation time, isn't it? Brother Rich, they told me to start. They said, come on early, because they was going to cut my time if I didn't. King Simon brought me on. He said a lot of things loud. He done stole my chant thing. I got to change it up. What about these lights up here, Brother Rich? They ain't on.
Yeah, don't worry about those for now.
Well, we got fluorescent lights, and it's kind of...
They looking into it right now.
All right, they're looking into it. That's that talk. When you don't say they're looking into it, don't you worry. They're looking into it, don't worry. Go on over there and get your Hawaiian punch. We got some Hawaiian punch for y'all. Just get on the stage. Some Gatorade. Is it elevation time? What time is it? What time is it? Come on now, that's all y'all got? What time is it? What time is it? Give yourselves a round of applause. Congratulations for making it. Congratulations for being it. Now, Brother Rich called me and told me he needed me to do a poem. And asked me, did I know any poems? I said, no. I don't do poetry. I am poetry. I don't do it. I am it. So what we're going to do is going to be real different here. You all right, Brother Rich? Brother Rich done put fog on me. I feel like I'm flying behind a chemtrail machine. And that holistic fog. Woo! Y'all all right? Y'all all right? Y'all all right? They done got loud back then. I was gonna do some music, but is that the club? Go pay them $100 to be quiet for a little bit. What I'm gonna do is start this off and create a wave of energy. Would that be okay? A wave of sound. Would that be okay? So that each of us can be aligned with the now moment. Would that be okay? So let's hope that we can do this in a way where comes off. Woo. Y'all hear that? Got a little delay, echo, man. I mean, sound, man. A little echo. Y'all hear that? Y'all feeling all right? How many of y'all came from out of town? Everybody yell out what city you came from. There's some places I ain't never heard of y'all yelling out. How many of y'all are from another planet? What planet you from? Come on, don't be scared. What planet you from? truth is we're all travelers. But we're going on a trip right now. Would that be all right? Can y'all hear this? This is my new medicine drum. I was at this convention, and the Chinese man came over to me and said, "Hello, you Doctor me?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You're famous in China." I said, "Really?" He said, "A factory." I said, "What factory?" "Oh, we have a factory in China. Oh, you got a huge picture of you on the wall." I said, "Where'd you get that from?" "That's our secret. But you're famous. So we have something for you. You like a medicine drum?" I said, "Yes. We made one." This is the drum they made for me. I said, "Now y'all got my picture on the wall. We're gonna need a little more. So we're gonna go on a journey. Put your feet flat on the ground. And breathe. Can you hear it? Can we turn this up a little bit? This drum? Breathe. Breathe. Let me hear you breathe. Say. Breathe. We ain't got no breath in the room? Say it. This was supposed to be for my children. I have about 9 of these. So for 9 years straight, they never got the gift that I want to get for them. Because I realized that I was a child. Then I began to study quantum physics and realized what was happening. When you swing this tube, it creates a vortex of energy. And the entire universe goes through one side and comes out the other. It is the sound of everything. Each one of us is here to make a sound. We all have footprints, fingerprints, breath prints. Y'all should know about the breath print right now, because some of y'all is out of breath. You've never said so many times. So imagine that you're going through the tube, the birth canal, coming through your mother, and coming out the other end, going from one world to another world. Say, I am. Say, we are. Yesterday, was a 20-year anniversary. 20 years ago, yesterday, February the 7th, at 7:07, my mother, Jessie 7, made her transition. The interesting thing is I was there for Thanksgiving before that. She told me to look in the closet. She said, there's a dress hanging there. That's the dress I want to wear. There's some shoes down at the bottom, a brand new pair of shoes in the box. Those are the shoes that I want to wear. You see that box up top? That ain't a fake polyester wig. That's a real human hair wig made by hand for me. That's what I want. There's an envelope in there with instructions. I done picked out the plot next to your father overlooking the home that we brought y'all up in. I wrote out what I want them to say and who I want to speak at my celebration. Now, I won't be there because I'm leaving. I'll be leaving on February the 7th at 7:07. My mother's name, Jessie 7. 7 of us in the family. She had a whole thing about living in 7th heaven. You don't wait on it. You create it. I'm like, Mom, don't talk like this. No, son, I'm going to be with Daddy. I've had enough down here. It's up to y'all now. February the 7th at 7:07, I'm taking the big plane. Make sure the celebration is exactly like I said. And I'm crying, I'm upset because why is she talking like this? So I went on about my life. And we was going to a big crystal show in February. Big crystal show. We was in New Mexico, Arizona, somewhere they got a big crystal show. The whole city, they sell crystals. So we're going to this crystal event. On the way to the airport, we're walking to the taxi on February the 7th, and the phone rings. It's my sister. She said, Mommy just made her transition. I'm in California at the time. I said, what time was it? She says 7:07. I stopped. She predicted this. She created this. She told me this on Thanksgiving. Said, I don't want no turkey. I've had enough of that. I don't want no stuffing. I'm already full of it. I got a message for the family. And I'm leaving at 7:07 on the 7th. Jesse 7. So yesterday, Brother Rich is in my head. You got to do a poem. You got to do a poem. You know, poems rhyme, Dr. B. You know how they go. I'm like, man, some of the best poets I heard, they don't rhyme. You know what? Dog, frog, pog, hog, ham hogs. What are ham hogs? And it all came to me when I went outside and I put my naked feet on the ground. I put on a yellow shirt. I don't know why. Some said, go sit out in the backyard with your yellow shirt on. And this is what came to me. Have y'all heard of grandmother medicine? How many people have heard of grandmother medicine? I think by the end of this, the hand raising will be different. The word medicine means measurement. That's what medicine means. Grandmothers have measured and created the frequency for us to exist. What did my mother say? Because my mother was the oldest of 21 children. And at 7 years old, my mother had to become the second mother for all of the brothers and sisters. This was with 2 people, 1 man, 1 woman, 21 children. Some of y'all still got pain from 1 or 2. 21? Can you imagine that? So my mother was a mother and a grandmother and an oracle. But she never said that. She never repeated those words. But she said some very interesting things. Jesse 7 said to tell you that life is a book and you got to keep turning the pages. Even though one day may be full of trauma and drama and test and tribulation, you got to keep turning the pages. Who's got to keep turning the pages? You have to keep turning the pages. You don't get stuck on 1 chapter, 1 verse. You keep turning the pages. That means you must take control. Whenever we would leave home, Jesse 7 would say, you know where you're going. You know where you're going, right? She didn't ask me where. She would just say, you know where you're going, right? You know where you're going, right? Think about that. Do you know where you're going? Do you consciously focus on where you're going? Are you consciously turning the pages each day? Or do you keep reading the same chapters over and over, highlighting every word? How many of y'all have highlighted a whole book? Jesse 7 knew every phone number, every birthday, everywhere she's been, she knew where she had been. Because she kept turning the pages, but keeping the book, but don't keep reading the same pages. I want to ask y'all a question. You know where you're going, right? Oh, come on now. Do you know where you're going? Then I thought about my grandmother, Nana. I was leaving to go to California from Connecticut. She handed me this little handy Bible with prayers in it. She says, son, I know you're going far away. You're the first one to go out there far like that. And I said, wait a minute, my other brothers, and she said, no, you the first one to go out there like that. Like what? She just looked at me. She said, don't ever leave home without a prayer. Open this book to any page and read that prayer. I took the book. I got on the airplane and I realized, how often do you leave home without a prayer? How often do you leave home without a destination in mind? A meditation. Grandma said, don't ever leave home without a prayer. Don't ever leave home without a focus. Don't ever leave home and not know where you're going. Don't ever leave home and just wander and keep turning the pages because you're writing the book. Then I thought about my other grandmother, the one that had 21 children. See, Nana only had one child. She said, that's it. That was my father's mother. She said, that's it. You know, that big T on the end, it. My other grandmother, obviously, they had a special formula. So you have formula, and you have formula. She had a special formula, her and Pops. Pops had a barbecue grill that went from here to that wall that he made out of a sign to feed everybody. They would go buy whole cows. And this grandmother, she would be knitting all the time. And I was only with this grandmother one time because we had hundreds of cousins. Our family is one of the largest families on the East Coast. They got a holiday in our town for our family. That's how big the family is. Which was why I had to leave, because every time I brought home a date, my mother would say, well, what's your name? I'm not Barbara Williams. Son, I want to talk to you. You know the Williams was at the family reunion, right? One day I brought home a little African girl. Her name was I said, Mom, I met an African girl. Girl, what's your name? She said, son, let me talk to you. Well, you know we ain't no local family, right? Them is your cousins. But this grandmother was always knitting. I said, Grandma, this is the only time I ever was with this grandmother alone. I said, Grandma, what do you, she had socks, you know, people, they make gloves and blankets and bed robes, everything that's knitted together. They could make hats. I said, Grandma, what are you knitting? She said, I am weaving together our family. I'm focusing on the success of all the children's and the grandchildren's. This is my meditation. Her meditation was to weave all of the beings together in oneness. What are you weaving? Are you a weaver? That was our other cousins too, the weavers, because I did meet a girl named Weaver. She said, well, is their name Weaver L. Countryman Bay? I said, yes, that's your cousins. I said, I met this girl one time. She was a cousin of Noble Drew Ali. I knew she wasn't no cousin. She had her hair in locks ever since she was born. I brought her home. I said, Mom, she's a relative of Noble Drew Ali. She said, son, come in. She said, do you know Noble Drew Ali is your cousin? I said, no, I've been reading about him. He's in you. If you would focus on your light instead of focusing on the non-light, if you would focus your eye on moving out on the next page and writing the next story and weaving the next stitch, if you would focus on leaving this place and going to the next place with a prayer, with a plan, then you will arrive at a destination that you choose. Grandmother medicine. How many of y'all know your mother? How many of y'all never knew your mother? How is it that we could be here on this ball and not know our mother? This earth is our mother. This planet is our mother. We are all connected in oneness. If we are here at this time, and the mother of all things, even the mother star, Sirius, is shining on you. We are living on the mothership. Did you know that? They keep talking about the mothership is coming. The mothership is here. You're on her. But you got to remember that those folks that left, that are really close to you, especially the mothers, are not ancestors. Let's call them grandsisters. Would that be all right? How's that? Grandsisters. How'd that feel? Let's hear y'all say grandsisters. Grandsisters. Y'all talk about grand rising. Sometimes you wake up grand rising. I ain't learned that to be grand rising. Don't sound too grand. Have you used the bathroom? A lot of folks don't use the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? 3, 4, 5 days, they ain't use the bathroom. They say, I ain't not to be. Listen, I got an issue with my gallbladder. No, you got an issue with your colon. Because a lot of us are holding on to energetic things. Not just waste from what you ate, but from waste from what you do. There's a time for everything and a rhythm for everything. We are living inside the mothership, which is propelled by frequency, by sound. It is the grand ship in each of us. It is the lighthouse in each of us. It's the rhythm that holds us all together as one. As one, because when you got here, you came here with everything. You may have thought that you was just riding on the boat as a passenger, but you didn't realize that you was the captain. You didn't realize you was the lieutenant. You didn't realize that you created that boat, that ship. You didn't realize that an ocean out there was your ocean. You didn't realize that the sky that you was under was your sky. You didn't realize that the planet you was on was your planet. You didn't realize that the universe out there is your universe. You are everything, and everything is you. And when you got here, you had everything. Now, why would you be talking about what you lost and what had happened? Somebody walked up to me yesterday and said, Dr. B, you heard they done took away DEI. I said, that's some kind of, was I driving drunk? What is that? You know, DEI. I said, DEI. Trumpet took it away. What? The trumpet? He taking away everything. Stuff only been around for a couple years. My mother, my grandmother didn't know nothing about that. They had to get up each day and go get it. My grandmother could have a handful of rice and a handful of beans and feed everybody. She didn't complain about she didn't have no pepper. She got to have pink salt rather than white salt. She turned the pink salt into God's salt. She wasn't waiting on filtered water. She filtered the water with her mind. She wasn't waiting on welfare, your fare, her say. She was making it happen because the sisters in the community came together and would create something. She knew when the man left, he might not come back. She knew that already. She was ready to take it all up. Sister told me she was Sister told me that she was a single parent. What else is there? All parents are single. Y'all all right? They waving me off, so we got to finish this up. What y'all doing tomorrow? What's the name of that park? What y'all doing tomorrow? Y'all want to meet tomorrow? All right, that's what we're going to do. Because I know it's a lot happening tomorrow. Tomorrow at 2:30, let's meet over at Piedmont Park on the grass. Over there at 10th Avenue. Is that all right? You can come with no shoes. You can come with, well, never mind. Tomorrow, spread the word. We're going to do a what they call it, a pop-up. Tomorrow, 2:30. Ask Google or Sirius, somebody. Our mothers and grandmothers created oneness for us. She didn't create separation. We let that happen. We let separation happen. Today, based on this moment, this 9Ether God power moment, it's the God power, GodFest. It's all about the same thing. The festival of power. We come together as one. Would that be all right? So what we're going to do is take both sides of you and bring yourselves together in oneness and align your heart, your mind, your subconscious, and your conscious also can be one. Would that be all right? We're going to do it in a way we're going to awake all of the grandcestors. Would that be all right? I'm going to play a rhythm, and then I'm going to be saying, I'm going to tell you when to clap on the one, and then we're going to say one. Would that be all right? Then I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. Hold on. We're going to clap on the one. 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 Come on, get it together. One. 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 Stand it up. Bring it up. One. One. Let's say it. One. 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 Stronger. One. One love. One people. One mother. One time. One rhythm. One love. Come on, act like you're in church. Stronger. Mother always said to be in one and be optimistic about your life. Much love. See y'all tomorrow. We gonna do it again? Y'all ready to be optimistic? Optimistic. That means you know where you're going. You know where you're going, right? You got to optimize your life. Right?
B, Dr. B.
Thank you very much.
Dr. B.
Be optimistic.
Dr. B. Dr. B, you're not done yet.
I'm not?
You're not done yet.
I'm not?
We.
Y'all seen her on the channel. And she is a channel. She's a channeler that's been on the channel. I mean, when I talk being connected to the spirit, being connected to the divine source, being connected to Big Mama, this all these terms, the quantum field. I mean, she's one of the best at it. I want y'all to give a hand for Erin Lyons.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my God. The vibration is so high. I love it. I want to do something fun before we go into a mini multi-dimensional shamanic journey. I'm going to have this side of the room. You're going to kick us off. I'm going to count down from 3, and you're going to ohm. So you're going to go ohm. Middle section, I'm going to count down from 3, or I'm just going to point. You're going to go ohm. And then over here, and then we're all going to do it together. Okay, so let's do a little bit of a practice. So this side, let me hear it. Oh. Middle section, let's hear it. Oh, louder, louder. All right, y'all gotta show out. Let me hear it. Now all together. I love connecting us into the universal field of consciousness where truly we are one. We all brought our physical bodies here and we look different, and you wore this thing and somebody else wore something else, and somebody's hair is this way and somebody else's hair is another way, but truly we are the infinite I am. And so when we ohm together, we create that harmonic convergence in the field and become one once more, okay? So go ahead and have a seat. And before I take you on this journey, I'm just going to call in your ancestors, your guides, ascended masters, multidimensional beings who are assisting you in this present moment as you begin to integrate pieces of yourself that are ready to be remembered. Calling that energy in now. And so it is uttered, and so it is done. And we're going to count. We're going to breathe in for a count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holding at the top of the breath for 3, 1, 2, 3. Deep release for a count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Allowing your natural breath, the natural rhythm of your breath to bring you into this present moment. And before we embark on our journey, your power animal, your spirit animal appears in your third eye. This will be your protector and your guardian as we travel through the cosmos. And now you're seeing your body begin to float above the very seat that you're sitting in. And now you're floating above this entire building. And now you're floating above the city. And now we go higher and higher and higher. And you are floating above the entire planet. And you recognize to your right, to your left, your brothers and sisters who are physically present with you right now. And we're circled around the earth, knowing that once we return from this journey, we will be coming back as our highest selves to support this new timeline ascension. And we start traveling higher and higher and higher, and you're flying past planets, stars, solar systems. Maybe you see your star family and they wave, asteroids, comets. And now we arrive at rainbow gates. And these rainbow gates open. And we are now in the library of your soul. You look around, winding cases of books, and these are the books that are your story. Not this one story that you've been living in, but your infinite story. You have been many things. Plants, animals, the wind, crystals, mountains, the ocean, planets, stars, everything, anything that you can fathom within creation itself, you have been that. And this infinite library is your personal Akashic records. And now your inner child steps forward. Different age for each of us. Maybe it's a toddler version of you, maybe it's your inner teen, maybe it's even your young adult, but representing a piece of you that wants to assist you today. And you begin following your inner child, this version of you, and they take you to a very particular shelf within your library's records. And they hand you the book. And the book will open to the page that you need to see in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And what begins to appear in this holographic book of eternity is a memory, a belief, something that has been buried deep inside that you are ready to release. Perhaps there's someone you need to forgive. Maybe it's even yourself. And as you recall this energy, divine source in the angelic realm comes in to assist in this release with a light language transmission. Kana shorana kiata shana kiana kana yodoranta tishikia yata nasarata saturata sharata tashekebriyasavai. Sitting in this energy as fears, illusions, attachments that have been holding you back are released. And now as you emerge more whole, more crystalline, you feel this vibration ripple through your body, this electrical tingling sensation, kundalini rising. You are activating, you are remembering, and you feel joy, you feel expansion, you feel celebration, you feel the truth of who you are begin to arise inside of you. This is the sweet memory of who you have always been. And now your inner child says you are ready to go into the void of source. And you begin following your inner child. Another door appears, golden door, illuminating, and it opens. And as we get ready to walk through into this next timeline, into the void and the heartbeat of creation itself, you will remember deeper than you ever have before. And so we walk through the door, swirling, swirling, swirling energy, swirling energy. your name begins to dissolve, your age begins to dissolve, your race, ethnicity begins to dissolve. You remember that you are pure energy, a vibration, the original frequency, the original sound of creation. Holding here, holding here, holding here as source activates your being. Tarata sharona kai setia karata tashikiara tasatra rata, pulling you out of the story that you have been telling, pulling you out of the character, returning to the pure I am. And you feel yourself reunite with all of eternity. It is so sweet to be home. And now a golden portal to your right illuminates. You jump through. Jumping through the portal, going through a rainbow tunnel, and now you land in what is your new crystalline timeline as you have recollected the pieces that you've needed. And you are surrounded by your ancestors and your masters and guides who have been assisting you all along. Your power animal, your spirit animal, also here still with you. And this future version of yourself that has everything you could desire, everything that you know deep down inside that you are here to actualize within the golden age timelines for humanity. Your future self walks towards you and they hand you something. They open their hands and they hand you something, a gift, a piece to your puzzle, the puzzle of your highest purpose, a message sitting in this energy as your future self merges into now. And this is your gift, something that you have needed to remember. Perhaps it's the next step that you need to take. Maybe it's someone you need to reconcile with. Maybe it's a relationship you need to end. Maybe it's a job you need to quit. Maybe you need to get a job. But this is the gift that will help you anchor into your highest self. And now we begin descending down, descending down, descending down, passing solar systems, stars, planets, asteroids, and we're all hovering above the earth once more. But this time, we are illuminated in different colors, rainbow colors, and we all beam this energy, this electrical energy right at the earth, right towards the earth. Beaming this energy, more intensity, more intensity, more intensity, more intensity. You feel this vibration emanating from your being and activating the entire planet. And now you are ready to return and finish your divine mission. And we descend down, and now we're floating above the city once more. Now you're floating above this building. And now you're floating above yourself, sitting in this very seat. And your new self begins to merge and mesh, shaking your shoulders, moving your shoulders, maybe wiggling your toes and fingers as you become present in your body once more, returning into the physical realm. And let's just take 1 or 2 minutes to really sit with what we released with our inner child and what we received from our future self. And you can open your eyes when you're ready. Maybe you want to jot this down in your notes so you don't forget it. And so it is uttered. And so it is done, thanking all of the masters, guides, teachers, ancestors that have supported us here today. Peace.
With that being said, I want to welcome to the stage Billy Carson!
Peace, peace. Peace to the gods and goddesses. Thank you. This is incredible. In fact, I'm gonna record y'all because it's an honor to be here. It's an honor to be able to stand before y'all today and talk and speak and to share what I have to share with y'all today. You know, Brother Rich, thank you. Thank you so much. Brother Rich, you know, me and him, we go way back. He's an amazing human being and just a person that I really love because he really put trust and faith in me when some people had question marks. They just didn't know who was Billy Carson? Who is this guy? What is he all about, you know? And for whatever reason, he went with his intuition, and I've been rocking with the brother for years, and we've done a lot of great, great things together. So shout out to Richard Merritt, a.k.a. Black Magic 363. Yeah. So he called me up and he said, you know, I'm going to do something a little different. We want to bring the folklore. We want to bring the spoken word. We want to bring the poetry out to the people this time. And so I was like, okay, man, what you want to do? He's like, I want you to do like a 15-minute poem. You know, Rich, boy, he gets so hyped. Thank you, yeah. And he, I want you to do a 15-minute poem. We're going to bring it to the people. So I said, okay, Rich. I got you, man, I got you. And, you know, it was a great challenge because it was to be able to intertwine information from Africa, information from our ancestors, information from Jehuti into this spoken word, information from the fractal holographic universe, information from quantum physics, quantum mechanics, and understanding the true enlightenment and power that we have. So I put a little something together, and I'm going to read it to y'all tonight, but I got to switch my glasses now because I got to go to the reading glasses. All right? I gotta put on my extended visions for the goodness. You know, there's a reason behind this eye thing. I had a car accident a very long time ago, and the glass got into the eye and caused a little bit of damage. But I was filming a TV show last year, and believe it or not, the light that was coming in from the right side was so high pitched. There's a high frequency light. And it was coming right in on the eye, and it actually created some scar tissue on my eye. So, yeah, it happens. You sacrifice yourself for this information, people have no idea what goes into this stuff. So tonight I'm going to talk to you about the Emerald Prophecy. The Emerald Prophecy. I have walked the corridors of time, through sands that whisper in sacred rhyme. I was there before the pyramids rose, before the Nile knew which way it flows. I am Jehuti, keeper of thought, scribe of the gods, the wisdom sought. I etched the stars where I roam, carved a path to guide you home. Before Egypt had a name to claim, before invaders rewrote our fame, we were Kemet, the land of the black, where the light was lost, then taken back. We spoke to Ra before the dawn. We charted maps where souls are drawn. We left our marks in stone and sand, a blueprint carved by divine hand. In temples deep, where priests once chanted, the cosmos spoke, the stars enchanted. The Dogon saw the science denied, Sirius B unseen by the eye. Before telescopes and Western minds, the Dogon knew they spoke with grace of Sirius, a hidden twin in space, a star unseen, yet they had known, passed down in whispers, wisdom sown. How did they see what we could not? Was it memory or lessons taught? From Nomo's ship, they came below, teaching us how the cosmos flows. Spiral motion, sacred waves, the dance of life, the path of slaves. But slaves we are not, no chains to bind. We mastered matter, space, and mind. The keys to flight, the pulse of sound, the knowledge deep within the ground. For Kemet rose by cosmic art, sacred measure, science and heart. Not just tombs, these stones aligned with galaxies spinning outside of time. The pyramid stands, a frequency tower, a temple of light, a source of power. Encoded math, golden design, a clockwork built to outlast time. I have written a book of time, etched in stone, encoded in rhyme. If you would seek, then seek within, for truth is locked beneath the skin. You are the stars, the cosmic dust, a being of fire. Get choked up on this. A being of fire, of sacred trust. You are the breath that shaped the land, a God in flesh, a solar hand. The law is simple, as above, so below. The currents shift, the cycles flow. The fractal dance, the sacred spin, the code of light engraved within. Do you not see? You are divine, a spark of Ra, a pulse of time. Do you not feel? The gates are near, the halls of Amenti whisper here. Beneath the Sphinx, a chamber sleeps, a sacred fire, knowledge deep. 7 lords, their voices one, holding secrets of the sun. Not all who walk may enter here, for light must shine, the mind must be clear. To cross the gate, to turn the key, one must awaken to infinity. No death, no end, no grave-bound fate, but life renewed through cosmic gates. Yet rise again through time and space, returning home to claim their place. For light is law, and law is truth, a lesson known to ancient youth. O seeker, O traveler, O child of the sun, the time is now, the cycles run. Tahuti calls awake, arise, the truth is clear behind closed eyes. The emerald tablets, a gift untamed, a map of light, a truth unchanged. Not in temples, not in tombs, but in your breath, your heart, your womb. You are the tablet, the wisdom deep. The scrolls are written while you sleep. Unlock your mind, reclaim your past, for time is illusion and fate moves fast. The ancients knew, and so must we, that flesh is fleeting, but souls are free. The Sphinx still guards, the Dogon know, the emerald prophecy will always glow. Thank you.
The best lyrical rappers in the game, one of the most conscious rappers in the game. Yes, you already know. I mean, when this brother does his music, you know, music is everything. We're musical beings, and certain forces have control over the music industry, and they want a certain message out there that does not benefit from us. So it's important to support and spread the message of artists such as the one that's going to hit the stage. And this is pure genius, what you're about to hear. Pure genius. Everybody who's here tonight will get a recording of this presentation so you can hear it again and again. So, indeed, because I know there's so much going on tonight. There's so many vendors, there's music. I mean, it's a big party. It's nighttime. So it's a big party in here tonight. So everybody's going to get a recording of tonight so you can hear it in 4K, multicam. It's going to be an absolutely amazing experience. So this gentleman I'm about to bring to the stage is one of the best in the world when it comes to music, when it comes to rap, when it comes to hip hop. And he has an incredible poem that he's going to present to y'all today. I want to bring to y'all none other than Cam Bada. Cam Bada, where you at? Right.
Yo, God. Yeah. I was all alone, nobody home. Humble abode, silent. I like this. I'm in my zone as I smoke my spliff. Quite lit. I did a ohm, closed both eyelids, and then I stared into the darkness where no light is. Sightless, soul light switch, eye click, brain cells in a sleep mode, low brightness. I slipped into a black hole where no time ticks, time shift, whole mind glitch like Joe Biden's. So frightening. I heard a voice. It wasn't mine. When it spoke, it had a really low high pitch. I never heard a vocal tone like this. It's like if I'm Whoopi Goldberg, the ghost psychic, my script. I just listened, closed my lips. It told me, you used to know me as your old highness, the son of Gebenu, first of 4 children, the most righteous. I'm the one they call a Tsar, Osiris, the God, resurrection, the template they mold Christ with, gold Atep. I'm so Midas, I grip the crooked flare with this closed tight fist. I hold mics with, and then I did a pose like this. Priceless. Got iced by my brother Seth. He would beat a cop to death with his own nightstick, the most violent. Jealous of the throne I sit. So he put me in a box and then stole my dick. Won't find it. Lifeless. Till I got revived by my wife Isis, who's also my sis. You can't control who your soul's tied to it. Stay faithful, no side chick. I chose icing, but not the jihad. Or the ice that patrols migrants like drone pilots with no license. Crisis. Flipping text like an old sidekick. You would think I let those type this. Osiris, OS, Iris, OS. Operating system for the mindless. Iris, the dark brown circles in my eyelids. Iris, flip this Siri, that old wise bitch. I got it trapped in my phone. I'm serious, B. You better leave your galaxy home. Phone. PH1, acid, LSD. DSL for the Mac in my dome. Steve Jobs had a habit for the acid, I'm told. Steve's Eve gave Adam apple he holds. Bitten. Apple of my eye, aperture closed. Squinting. Sinning. Jobs is actually Joel. It was written in the biblical chapter is own from the land of Uz, Oz, OS, or the Wiz, Waz, or the Steve that mastered the code. On a scroll made of glass, it's a gadget that scrolls, high res, retina display. Your plasma is old, chip made of silicone, and African gold, infinite commandments on a tablet of stone. Torah, energy, apple implode, Thanos with the ether, reality stone. Anything you ask it, it magically knows. I was lost. Then my phone guided me back to my home. Job, 7 sons, Snow White, 7 dwarfs. She bit the apple, now she's sleeping and trapped in a hole.
FaceTime is a mirror, a magic mirror. My reflection made the battery backup explode. 7 sins from the vanity attic is shown. Just a bunch of grown phone trolls with cattles and clones. Worldwide, from Big Apple to Vatican, Rome. My cell signal from the Tower of Babel's are own. Selling your cells for the cellular cells affecting your molecular. With every second is held a sacred device enchanted with the treacherous spells to let you see through all the irises of everyone's else. Pandora's little box where the pestilence dwells. The moment it opened, we woke up in this secular hell. Radiation from electrical elves, ELFs, internets, hyperdimensional sentient realm. Like a second brain, external, prosthetic cerebellum. When my memory fails, my tech can excel. These old androids attracting the Tekken as well. Not the game, but the obelisk and Kemet that fell. The antenna for the frequency connected to L. 5 bars put your mental in jail. And well, a device is a devil vice. Grip tight, ears dense, I developed ice. Yikes. An apple is red and so is the devil, right? Red is the pill Neo ingested, right? Some apples are green, but they ain't never ripe. Yellow too, all of them equal traffic direction lights. And device silly, simulated life really. Devised for devil eyes, for blind sinning. Eye scan, fingerprint, hands free. AirPods, Bluetooth, wear gods. The iWatch that I got rewinds clocks to the energy sign stops and time drops. And my mind locks until I plug the cord back in the divine box. 10-minute life shock for the livestock. I watch through the bullseye. I'm a wise ox. I a cyclops. Illuminati, I a Horus, Sky God, Slick Rick, Fetty Wap, Left Eye, Pirate, Pirates, like illegal files I got. Single eye, Popeye, make your eye pop. 3G, 4G, warp speed, 5G, browsing at light speed, your eyes bleed. Potter.
Yo!
I wasn't ready for that.
Amazing presenters. This next brother coming to the stage, he's the youngest brother up here tonight. The youngest person up here tonight. He's the youngest person up here tonight. And absolutely heating up the internet, doing his thing all over the internet with his information in his YouTube channel. I know y'all had the opportunity to check him out on my channel, and I also know y'all had the opportunity to check him out on his channel. Family, I want to bring to the stage one of the best brothers coming up in the spiritual community with some of the best information in the spiritual community as it pertains to what's going on right now that's extremely beneficial to us. My brother B-Dell. B-Dell, come to the stage, my brother. Make sure y'all, hold up, another thing, make sure y'all see my brother KT, the Giffy Tea. If y'all haven't tried the Giffy Tea, make sure y'all see the brother KT with the Giffy Tea. Just amazing, amazing stuff. The brother got good product. But here goes my brother B-Dell, man. Welcome, my brother. All right.
Peace, peace. First and foremost, I want to give peace and honors and gratitude to Brother Rich and for him giving me the opportunity to demonstrate this edification to you guys tonight. I want to give peace and honors and gratitude to all the thought leaders, the elders, and the influencers in the community. Salute to Red, Blue Pill, King Simon, KT the Arch Degree, Dr. B, Billy Carson, Sister Myrah, because I'm basically a branch of all those individuals due to the fact that I grew up watching Brother Rich's channel since I was in middle school. And there's a spiritual component that basically comes with that. Because by way of the law of reciprocity, energy expands and returns to itself because it operates on the cyclum of a cycle, meaning that everything in the universe comes full circle. So I grew up watching these individuals and now I'm working with them. So tonight's transmission, I'm gonna be demonstrating some spoken word. Now, one thing you gotta understand about spoken word It's based on the oral traditions that was extracted from indigenous culture. So we finna get straight to it. And this is called the 9th hour. The tyrannical system of European colonization promotes black degradation. The frustration is the alchemical resource to the supplication. Rise of the matriarch, divine restoration. We went from building pyramids to pyramid schemes, whether if it's Martin Luther King because we all got a dream. Wake your ass up by any means necessary. I'm Malcolm with the rifle, but I'm peaceful like nature. It's a damn shame that the matrix make you sign over your nature, read the nomenclature. Welcome to the golden age, don't turn the page, the book of evolution. Supreme consciousness is the new revolution. 144,000 moonwalking with the ancestors. They not like us, keep the Freemasonic hand gestures. This is the great awakening period, so they will test us. We ain't gang banging, we brain banging, no cane slanging. The Schumann resonance is activated. That's the trumpets from the heavens singing. Salute to the chosen ones, no code switching. True alchemy is when you find heaven in hell's kitchen. It was written by the magnum opus of creation, the eradication of European legislation. Because when the ego and the soul collides, that's when the 9Ether energy rise. See beyond the lies with the enemy's eyes. And that's when the artificial matrix dies. Peace to the gods. Be there. But I need everybody to get up for a second. I would like to present this award from the conscious community to Brother Rich. The simulation, the matrix system, they got the Super Bowl, they got the Grammys, and we got the 9Ether GodFest. So this is presented to Brother Rich. I appreciate you, brother.
Wow, I did not expect this, man. B-Dell, man, thank you so much, my brother. 9Ether GodFest, wow, it's a beauty. You got the logo in the middle. Oh, that's a beautiful thing. Oh, man, it's beautiful. It's a wonderful night. Like I said, the night is full of surprises. With the poem that you just read, what message, because I know I told the people that they're going to get a recording in the video. People are going to be reciting that. I heard the crowd oohing and ahhing as you were saying the poem. What message did you want to convey in that poem that you just spoke, my brother?
The message that I wanted to convey the most is that everything operates on a cyclum of a cycle, so that means that balancement is the restoration process to divine alignment. So in order for everybody to galvanize like this as far as a cosmic convergence, this is the precursor to a fifth dimensional consciousness that's going to be implemented by this community in itself. So that's what this is all about, brother.
One more question for my brother. Brilliant brother, right? Brilliant brother. One more question for you, my brother. As a young brother, into this information, you know, the older folks have a way of getting into it. Whether you're 60, they got their way. The brothers and sisters in their 50s got their way. I'm in my 40s, I got my way. The people in their 30s got their way. The people in their 20s got their way. What way do you go? What do you think is the most beneficial thing to you? Because I want to benefit from the brothers who's in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, the sisters who's in their 60s, 70s, 50s, 30s. I want to figure out what method are all of y'all using so that I could tap into something that may resonate with me. So being that you're the youngest speaker in this place tonight, what's one of the most beneficial things that you do, brother, that we may look past or we may neglect that you think may help us and benefit us, my brother? Because whatever you're doing is definitely working, my brother.
The best way is a mechanism is being relatable to everybody. Meaning that even if it's from a perceptional standpoint or a materialistic standpoint, because just like I say, you got to use the matrix in order to get out. So even if it's kind of like I said, it's a form of materialism, so you got to use it as a catalyst, which is basically your interstellar vortex portal to get to your next level up, to whether you leveling up on a spiritual level, physical level, or on the financial level. So you got to use the matrix and everything around you and be relatable to everybody in a form of balancement.
Indeed, indeed. So balance and being relatable to everybody. Wow, that's powerful, and I think that's important. I think that's what enables you to do what you got to do. What if for those, say there's a brother that's in the street, or say there's a sister that's in the street, what message, and even not in here, but if they're watching on live stream, for the street folks who's in the street, but they just so happen to be listening and watching this, what message would you give to that family that's in the street or in the trap or whatever they want to call it?
To basically not get subjugated by the dualistic paradox of our reality, to where you use your emotions as a navigation system. And what I mean by that is that it comes down to the point where this system, they supplicate your emotions and they transmute it into a weakness. So you have to use that weakness in your afflictions and your implications as a catalyst to get to the next level.
Give a hand for B-Dell, my brother B-Dell. Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. Thank you for the award, my brother. You know what's funny, family?
They're putting out there. They're trying to put it out there through media. And I always tell people through the 3 M's, media, music, and of course, media, music, and the next form of M that I always talk, movies. They're putting out certain low frequencies. 9 is the highest single-digit number in the single-digit 9. So when you're looking at 9, you're looking at the 0, which is the feminine, and you're looking at the line, which is the masculine, and they come together to find balance. But 9 in a feminine energy is a curve, depending on how you write it, so it's also known as a feminine number in certain perspective. So you need intuitive compassion, intuitive love, higher level of humanity. Although there's a white European numerologist says, oh, 9 is not a humanitarian number. I said, no, he don't understand because he's not looking at the duality of the 9. And once you understand why we say 9Ether, why we understand 9Ether, I got a book over there with Nina right now called Unveiling the 9Ether.
Where's Nina at?
Nina Dunham is right on my book right now. Nina Dunham.
Nina, where you at?
Nina, Tara, Aquarius Maximus mom, come over here. Where you at, Nina?
Nina, where you at? Let me ask something real quick.
Come here, Nina.
Nina, where you at?
Come on, you know how to run up here.
Nina, where you at?
Now, here she come. Nina.
Listen, Nina is extremely sharp when it comes to this numerology.
And the tarot.
Real sharp, sister. This is Aquarius Maximus, mother. Let's get a more thorough understanding of this 2025, this
Yes.
9 energy that we are under right now.
And I'm glad you said 2025, Rich, because people keep on saying 20 as
Okay.
she's walking up here. She's walking up here. 20 in compound numerology is the number of awakening, but awakening to new purpose, new understanding, new call to action. 25 is the number of observation and endurance through strife and trials that might come. So we keep on saying 2025 adds up to 9, but we keep on forgetting the 20 and the 2025.
Here go Nina right here.
Let's bring up
she's
Nina
real
right
sharp
here.
with
Give
it.
Nina.
She's real
Diamond
sharp
in the
with it.
building. Diamond Ace. Why she don't like coming up here? Look at you, girl.
Nina, give us a little information about this
Come on, Nina.
2025 when it comes to cardology, all right? Give us some information.
Give it.
Peace, fam.
Put that mic up, girl.
That was a war. In chronology, 2025 is a 9 of hearts year. And since January... Put the mic up. I'm sorry. Since January, a lot of y'all should have been experiencing a lot of wish fulfillment because it's Saturn. This year crystallizes all of the work that you've done. You haven't done the work, then you're going to have to work a little harder. But 9s are what we call empathetic, sympathetic, but very giving. So this year, you're going to find, I can't believe that little boy, I'm out of breath. You're going to find this year that you're going to want to be more altruistic. If somebody comes to you this year and asks you for something, I suggest you give it to them. Because this card is the soulmate card to the 7 of diamonds, which is Beyonce's card. So this means we all got Beyonce energy, right? We all got Beyonce money, but Beyonce is a giver. She is someone that has her beehive, right? You want a beehive, this is your year to get your beehive. But you have to give. This is critically important. And this is community. This is what we're doing here, and this is here at Black Wall Street, where we understand that community is about love, and that's it. If you're not in love this year, it's a problem. It's a problem, and I'm not talking about that superficial love. I'm talking about that internal love, where you're really looking at yourself and saying, damn, I love myself. If you're not feeling that right now, that means that you got some work to do. Because this is a year, well, last year was the 8 of Hearts year, right? And eights are ruled by Saturn, so it could have been a little tough. This year is ruled by Mars. This year means you have to take some initiative. You have to do it. But people are going to need you, and especially everybody in this room, because we get it. So you're going to find people coming to you that have desires. They want things. You can't look at it as burdensome in a 9 year. And this is a wood snake year, right? So a lot of people are shedding their skin. And when you shed skin, that hurts. So as this conscious community, it's up to us. Our obligation is to be that light that shines. It tells people, yeah, it's tough. I know it's tough, right? I have had 2 years of hell, right? But I lived through it. I'm here, I'm talking to you guys. But I did the work. I get up every day, I do my spiritual practices. If you do not have something that's higher than you, in this moment, I want you to know how critical it is, because we are under spiritual warfare. You understand? We tripping about Trump. Trump ain't nothing compared to what we getting ready to go through. Okay? Pluto is in Aquarius. In 20 years, we will not recognize this world. In 20 years, we will not recognize this world. Now, that don't mean that everybody here is going to be all cool. That means that there'll be some on the right side of the energy and some on the wrong side of the energy. But people on the wrong side of the energy, they can fool you. They come over. But after a while, they start telling you something's wrong with you, right? Because they can't maintain. So they tell you it's you. No, it's them. We have to be aware of that, and we got to call that out.
That's right.
We have to call it out. We have to tell them, no, I'm not, who I am is who I am. If I don't fit what you think, then I have to let you go. And this is this year, and this literally is this week. There's a lot of people this week that say goodbye to people. Got the choice, they have getting people, cardiology, I know cardiology is a very sexy, it's sexy to talk about, but our ancestors used this every day. Every day they got up. And they had an understanding that we are pure energy, right?
That's right.
This is mathematics.
That's right.
This is science. Nothing changes in mathematics and science.
Right.
So who you are, the day you were born, that's your signature. Cardiology teaches us what that signature is. So you get an opportunity to see nothing has changed in the universe. Nothing. The universe is perfect. It's doing what it's doing. We're the ones that have to get in line with the universe so it can dance at our feet. And these are the times that we're in. And we see it here. Looking out at y'all, this is dope. This is dope. This is dope. Right? Right? So we got to take this back. You hear what I'm saying? Donald Trump, I don't want to curse, but I'm going to curse, ain't shit compared to what's coming for us. I'm telling you, Donald Trump is a serious distraction. We are waking up in ways that's scaring them. See, they can't do what we do.
That right there.
They imitate us. You understand? Donald Trump is an imitation of our magic. So if you think Donald Trump is doing anything, I'm sorry for you. Because he is an imitation. We are magical. You understand? We have to learn how to do what Donald Trump does on the right side of the energy. Right? I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him at all. Because I want him to do some stimulus. I want him to send some money to black women, businesses. I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at him. But I'm magical. Do you understand? We are magical. Do you understand? We are magical. Anything that we want, we manifest instantly. Anything. We only manifest.
This is Pope, right? I think this is Pope Pablo. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Pope Pablo!
Please give it up for Brother Rich. Please give it up for Brother Rich and yourselves. You guys can do better than that. Give it up! Come on now. So, I had to put the uniform on today for this presentation. You know, being a spoken word artist is about speaking to the moment in time, right? And freezing that moment, crystallizing it. So tomorrow there's a Super Bowl in New Orleans, right? How many people of y'all from the Mississippi Delta area? Huh? How many of y'all got family to come from the Mississippi Delta area? How many of y'all about that magic? So I want to present this presentation. It's a two-part. The second part I'm dedicating to our sister Myrah for her endless decoding of the Super Bowl, right? You have an oracle in your midst. You have many oracles in your midst, right? You are here elevating greatness because you are greatness. They said like attracts like, right? So I look out in the crowd and I see nothing but greatness. This one particular, this is titled Saints and Sinners. Saints and Sinners, family. When the saints come marching in cemetery cities, harboring the keys of Solomon like prostitutes stash keys in their titties. When the saints come marching in, the funerary tunes are heavy. Brass instruments, bass infinite. The way we perform on a horn makes your argument about race impotent. At least I would say interested. You're not reconsidering, but you sitting in counting the rhythm in between the second, wondering how the fuck did he catch it with his instrument? When the saints come marching in, they brought the ark with them, and Michael leads the charge with them. So it's no coincidence the day Katrina came charging in. It's the same day God sent him, Mikael. When the saints come marching in, Washington, people gasping for oxygen, no choppers sent from Washington. FEMA's truck blast for incompetence. They were seizing people up, snatching them for harvesting. Where was God with them? Don't avoid the argument. It was bothering watching them, starving and robbing and devolving into very thing the beast needed them to be so he can be free emotionally from robbing them of the land that's sovereign to them. When the saints come marching in, New Orleans is technically below sea level, so it's no surprise if you see devils on a ride during Mardi Gras or late night on a party bus. He can hardly rush, he takes his time. He waiting on you tardy fucks to play catch up. You could catch him in green rooms, blowing smoke like steam rooms, patiently waiting like he next up, snorting Molly up. When the saints come marching in, the rhythm heavy, wake the cemetery, raise the military, shake the seminary. These spirits been here for eons, nobody in a hurry. Moving slow as molasses. Niggas who been killed spirits, mixed with distilled spirits, doing the menage with your blackness, slow down like a vinyl spun backwards, and then the scratches, that's the accent. Where melanin is at its densest, where the drenches is where you access the subterranean realms. A mentor, where the crocodile is the representative. Particles accelerate so high you can levitate off the winter, snow, blow, or anything that grow in the Calio. We subatomic love the chronic, get drunk and vomit in our craziest selves. The giant is still the elf, even in our laziest selves. When the saints come marching in, they accompanied by the second line. It's legend time. Let go and let God. This where you better shine. It's in us, not on us. You can hear it when the reverend rhyme. This brother mine connects me to the heartbeat of the planet. We even feel it in the granite and send the air traveling on bandwidths. But where the Mississippi meets the Delta, was felt as gigantic. It was felt around the planet. Transmit by way of wind instruments, saxophone, trombones, 10 men with it, all in tune, but all dancing to their own groove like they on shrooms. Cheeks blowing up like balloons spreading doo-wah through the tuba, adorning costumes with breastplates like Slick Rick the ruler. These are descendants of Judah, blowing Buddha. The same way that they said they went missing like Bermuda Triangle. They gotta find angles to angle you out of your tribe angle so you won't ignite Shango as your steward. And from that angle that you write music. When the saints come marching in, darker skin was auctioned in the town square, open air markets for selling people right next to the cathedral. And it was all by papal bull. Shit, they even had the right to seize you. Don't let them mislead you. This the shit they don't want to teach you, not even after school. I get a special merit. Consider this extra credit. Under the eagle and the cross of the church and the state, they turned the earth into vassals in the name of Jesus. Really moving mischievous like a cold of jackals. We like the Hulk in battle, Hannibal Barker, tanned on the darker version. It's the precision for me, the winner to me above the Romans, Spartans, and Persians. Set up an altar and call on that person. That ancestor could be lurking in your electric railroad, a passenger near the tail load, calling forward to share roads. I'm the driver, you the passenger. You don't need to spare throw. These days we spin a block and tear holes with shots to go through cinder blocks. With the strategic genius, we could be the meanest. Or when you get the drop, after a little practice, I know you're gonna do magic with one shot. Pop, drop, shut them up. Pop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Long list of ops. Get knocked off, pop their tops off, knock their blocks off. The spirit of Hannibal is effectively on aim, especially with weaponry long range. Napoleon Bonaparte get blown apart. Orleans is under siege, somebody conjure up Jonah Ark. When the saints come marching, I'ma watch them from my apartment. Emergency on Bourbon Street, New Year's murder spree by insurgency. And then we find ourselves at the Super Bowl. And I want to dedicate this to Sister Myrah. Oh, this is the one here I want to dedicate to her. Is Kendrick Lamar Kimmons a Saul? Is Kendrick Lamar Kimmons a Saul? If it's a reach, I'm extending it far. See my POV through the lens of a God. Check it. When did it start? From the beginning of time, Kim in his prime, before Lyndon was prime, before penning a rhyme or trending online would enter your mind, when men was divine. Now here we are at the end of the line, modern day Rome in its decline, with 400 M's on the line. But let's rewind the scene, like when we were kings, like remember the time. Or Saul reigned supreme, or Salt was made his queen. Then Set laid a scheme to dismember his spine and take his queen. She made a scene, rebuked his advances. I salute her upstanding commandments. Her answer was to remake her king. She was instrumental in helping reassemble his temple, brought his pieces together, previously severed, took the phallus from the temple, made a palace monumental. Inside a prince reside, he's alive, he squints his eyes. Her love intensifies, fast forward to the hood today. Before it was gentrified, the genocide was fatherless seeds, starving to eat, mobbing the streets, robbing the thieves. But there's always a God on his feet, shining the light in the darkness he creeps. Still as a God in life for those embarking for keeps. So when artists compete, it's a repeat of a Saul's defeat of the dog-headed hog from the east. Lord of the Westerners, the law of a new messenger is being written for all to see. It's not Big Three, it's just Big Me. He collapsed the wave on the Trinity and emerged the Neo, purged the evil, observed the ego, came down from the clouds to serve the people. A king rises in the west, a sun sets in the east. His apostles got toppled, the rest are deceased. Now the owl is caged, a scowl is made, grimace faces, blue pill in the matrix. They slept in for weeks, snoozing about who was losing. It's worse than the L. 400 M's on the line. Remember the time when our men were defined, before pen in the line was trending online, before the church with the spells, before Christos, our kinfolk was observing the cosmos, writing down mythos, which became the most combos you find in the Old Testaments and Gospels. The Constellania Draco was our pole star when the planet was savage. Now it's under Polaris, the little bear, but it'll appear in the sign of Cepheus, the Coptic king, the Cushites back on top of things, here to replace the previous and make it hot like Prometheus. 26 years from now, he wears the crown, light a torch to illuminate how you relate to July the 4th to prove you great. Our mother's sun shines through the other one to touch her other sons, which is you. Truth and fiction strangely mixed like witches brew. Giving you the audio and the visual, giving you the figurative and the literal, the basics and the metaphysical. Let's face it, Kendrick Lamar's Kimmons a Saul, kin from afar, not a distant star. Big pot smoking nip ascended in the west and became God's transcended of the flesh. Cultural icons and messiah types like Iron Mike. In the midst of darkness, the ones able to find the light and guide us right. Because you gotta move different around the vice of night. In the west, we give respect to the lords of the underworld, because the warriors answers to Osiris. I'm just here to remind us.
As full of lyrical, intelligent wordsmith, I want to bring to the stage none other than KT, the arts degree. KT, the arts degree, come to the stage.
You see how my big brothers do me, right? I gotta go after that. I hope I know what I'm doing up here. So yeah, I'm just gonna do some acapella. Matter of fact, can y'all help me? Let me just get a clap. No. You got them all discombobulated, Pablo. Wait. Hold on. And a 1, and a 2, and a little slower. Okay. See what we got. See what we got. A little slower, take your time. All right. Jimi Hendrix with eccentrics, intrinsic like the Pacific entrance right into the center of Gaia with a prolific sentence that I gotta serve. Emerge from underneath, right up beneath the beast's belly, defeated and reach the telly, so I'm riding frequencies frequently. I'm out of touch, see my construct is versatile. I dial and I be mucked. Like I'm Scotty on Bacardi, I'm riding it like Ducati, Ali, I be going in Audi like Audi with engines, rowdy pipes. The pipes combusting, busting with flames. The corruptions cause eruption just to rupture terrain. The consumptions of assumptions is presumptuous strain. And it's nothing for the functions to conjunct with the rain and to pour. Shit, I'm just spreading my spores, hallucinogenic like some shrooms, yet I'm ready for more. I'm a born leader, a youthful teacher, so follow me. I'm more of a folly than these Rocky Apollo Creed. See, Hollywood folly, the omens policy state that the, yeah. That's just a little something right there. Y'all look like y'all waiting for more. Y'all want some more? Oh man, what I get myself into? Okay. Let's see what I got. Why is my love so strong? Tell me why I'm tripping. Tell me why I'm tripping. All right. So we're gonna do it like this. The way. Someone go off the top of the dome. Let's see what we got. Can I get another clap?
What kind?
Get another clap. Hey, get another clap. Hey, yo. So we up in the Ether's fest. I'm coming with teacher's best. You know when I'm cooking, I'm always coming with lemon zest, a little bit of garnish, and I graduate from college. Don't you know I'm coming with the brolic, coming with knowledge. I mean, I'm coming from the top of the dome. No one go home. I'm trying to tell you right now that I'm prone to hone and keep it sharpened. And keep it sharpened as a knife and iron sharp as iron, baby. I be flowing for life like a river, like an ocean, like a whole lake, a pond. I'm just trying to understand why they make us the pawns, why we always gotta be the ones that have the throat up on the neck, and I'm just trying to understand exactly what the heck am I supposed to say next, what I'm about to flex. All right. Okay. This is the last one. That was a little freestyle, a little laughter, make y'all feel good. But not for real. Last part, I'm gonna do some spoken word. All right. Gave y'all some bars, gave you a little freestyle. Now I'm gonna speak from the heart. I always get approached on how to save your health. KT, can you tell me what to do for self? I mean, I've been using the Sabi list. I've been eating the kale. But to my fail, I just cannot prevail. What exactly do you eat every day, KT? What are the foods? What are the diets? What can you give me to be? What do I put in my fridge? What do I buy at the store? What do I cook? Am I cooking it too long? What the hell am I doing this for? Because when I turn on the TVs, all I see is a carnivore, and they looking ready and strapped like they ready for war. And I'm looking frail, and I'm looking small, and I'm looking scared, and my engine's starting to stall. So tell me exactly, what am I supposed to eat, KT? What am I supposed to do? And then when I look in their eyes, I say, wait a minute. I thought you said you was following me. I thought you said you was watching my YouTubes and my IG. I thought you said you was watching me on Black Magic 316. Because if you was really paying attention to the words I was dropping, then you would understand that your feet are supposed to be mopping the ground as you ground and you get inside your soul and understand that the sun is supposed to bring out the gold. People want to be hypochondriacs, but they don't want to be mitochondriacs. Dig deep inside your soul and feed that light, because if we are 9Ether and we black and the day and the night, what that means is that our melanin is there for the sun, for the light to charge it up, so all of us can be the... So stop acting like y'all don't know what to do. I understand I look good on TV, but so do you. I ain't nobody special. I'm trying to tell you I'm just your brother. And me, and blue, and red, we all got the same mother. Word to mother. So we got the same mitochondria and we share it all with y'all, and all we asking for y'all to do is just go outside and ball. But we might be on a flat earth, so I don't know if that's gonna work. But what I'm trying to insert and what I'm trying to get you to understand is that the ultimate plan is just to stand on your square. That is very fair. And make sure that you understand that we all got 9Ether. Every time you see the sun in the morning and the night, take your eyes and stare. Don't look at it at 3 or 5 because there's too much of a... All of us are rare. All of us are rare. And if you really want to get there, step by step up the stair. And that is cytosine and guanine, thymine and adenine. These are the steps of the DNA that we all have, that we all possess, that we all have within us, and that is what makes us the best. So the last thing that I have to leave with all of you is that light is within just a simple phrase. And I'm gonna bless by saying, I love you.
Sister Myrah, this is a special ending. Special ending.
Love you too, family. So what I'm going to do here tonight, I'm going to do a folklore. And, okay. I can move. Yeah, you can move. Okay. And what I'm going to do is a folklore. However, it's not that long, so I'm going to do a little bonus before I do that. And we all know what tomorrow is bringing, right? And y'all know what my forte is, right? I love doing the symbolism of the Super Bowl. And as a matter of fact, we've come back full circle because the first time I did the Super Bowl symbolism, they were in New Orleans. And everything is about full circle. So we come back to New Orleans again. That's significant. It's all about the symbolism. Now, when I first was looking at the last four teams, that's how I look. I look at symbols. It's not about the game. It's not about the team. It's about the symbols of the team. And I have the astrological energy of the team. So I use that to put together what is symbolic of who and what wins the Super Bowl. When we got down to the last four teams, we had, of course, the Kansas City Chiefs. And Brother Rich, when I did the Super Bowl on your show, it was Kansas City against the Philadelphia Eagles. And that's what the Super Bowl will be tomorrow. So when I did that, we talked about Kansas City being the Royal Indians, the Royal Indigenous Indians of the Americas. And the Americas is the most ancient land on the planet. So what does that say about us? The Royal Indigenous Indians, okay? And the reason, you guys remember the movie Black Panther? I had a problem with Black Panther because they took Wakanda and they took it to Africa. Not about Africa. Wakanda Springs sits on the border of Kansas. It was the fountain of youth that Ponce de Leon was looking for, okay? It was the magical energy of the ancient mama Bast and her cat, the Black Panther, okay? The most ancient energy. So Kansas City, Wakanda Springs, and Chiefs means royalty. So the Royal Indians, and when they went up against the Philadelphia Eagles, it was like what I explained to you guys on Brother Rich's show. Philadelphia is the birthplace of the USA government. Okay? So this was the Royal Indians versus the government. And now we come back again. And when we got down to the last four teams, and I look at the symbolism, and you guys know what's been in the news lately, what's being exposed, because we're getting ready to rise to our power. Aquarius, Aquarian age. Aquarius is the sign of evolution. I don't believe in 12 individual signs, you guys know that. 6 axes of energy. You have to put the two halves together to get the whole, or holistic. So you got Aries, Libra, Taurus, Scorpio, Gemini, Sagittarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Aquarius, and Virgo, Pisces. Those are the 6 axes of energy. I always demonstrate with Aries and Libra. Aries is the warrior, the fire. Libra is the peacemaker, the air. Separate the two. You got Aries kicking butt all over town. And Libra, keeping the peace with no backbone. That don't mean they're weak. I heard a sister say that one time. I'm not weak. No, it doesn't mean Libra is weak. We're just doing symbolisms here. And if you separate the two, you'll have Aries kicking butt and Libra keeping the peace. But if you put the two together, you have a warrior for justice, taking a stand for peace, fighting for what's right. And that's how all signs work in those pairs. If you only talk about one sign, that's like half a sentence. You have to finish it with the opposite. Two halves make a whole. And it has to be holistic before it's real. Anytime you're looking at a part of the whole, that is the illusion. Okay? So, the one we're most focused on right now is Aquarius and Leo. Because this always happens in the Aquarian age, because it's the sign of evolution. And its opposite sign is Leo, the creative rulers. So when we balance Aquarius and Leo, we got the evolution of a new creative rulership. Out of an abuse of power to a humanitarian empowerment. Aquarius is the sign of the humanitarian. And it's the sign of I know. So you have to know your power in order to activate your power. If you don't know it, you don't have it. That's why our ancestors left us the message, know thyself. Okay? You have to know your power. You guys always hear me say, when I walk up on an airplane, I look around at the people, and I talk to them telepathically. And I tell them how fortunate they are to be on an airplane with me, a royal being. Because I'm on that plane, it's going to be protected. And they're going to be protected in lieu of that. Guess what I did yesterday when I stepped up on the airplane? Especially after all the news, you know? And no hitch whatsoever. It went smooth as it ever went on the airplane. So it's now time for the evolution of a new creative rulership. Out of an abuse of power to a humanitarian empowerment. Okay? As our ancient rulers, our ancestors, are now passing us the baton for a new age rulership. Okay? But you gotta know your power. You gotta know it in order to activate it. When we talk about the movie The Matrix, remember when they took Neo to the Oracle and he doubted his powers? And she said, no, you're not the one. She pointed to the sign above the door that said, know thyself. If you don't know you're the one, then you're not the one. Okay? And that is what our ancestors left us when it said, know thyself. That is the Aquarius and Leo axis of energy. Because Aquarius is the sign of I know. And Leo, the planetary ruler of Leo, is the sun. The sun is always exposure. Wherever your sun sign is at, is where you came in here to expose and focus on the spiritual destiny and purpose you chose to fulfill in contribution to a universal purpose that's being fulfilled. We're just the individual aspect of a larger collective spiritual operation. Okay, so now is the time. But we have to come to the knowing. We have to know it. We have to walk in the authority of our royalty. It's not enough just to know anymore. Now you have to walk in that knowing. You have to act like you know it. Okay? And when you act like you know it, that's how you energize it. We rule the spirits, not the other way around. Okay? But if you don't know that, they're going to run ripshot over you. You have to do it with authority. You know, the authority of the royalty. We are the royal beings. Okay? Being healed. It's all an alchemical process. It's a cycle of alchemy. Okay? We came down here to manifest spiritual energy in order to bring it full spiral back to its highest, from the highest to the lowest, and then back full circle to the highest again. So this leads me to the Super Bowl because everything has to be exposed now. Everything that's been hidden with the Leo connection to the Aquarius, the balance between the two, that means full exposure. Everything is being exposed right now. Everything that's been hidden. And right now we're getting the message that we are the indigenous Black Royal Indians. And everybody is acknowledging that now. Okay? You guys know what Russia just came out with? Do you know? They just opened a vault with the Black Christ. Russia, Putin said they're only going to worship Black Jesus from now on. And anytime you go outside the United States, you see the Black Madonna. We are the real Israelites. Okay? And all that is being exposed. Even the Pope has exposed it. He talked about it. Russia talked about it. Everybody's coming out with this information now. And that's because the Leo sun is exposing what's been hidden. Okay? So with the Super Bowl, when we got down to the last 4 teams, I do my symbolism. I know the energy of the teams and what their symbol is. That's what I look at to decide the symbolism of the message of the Super Bowl. And we had the Kansas City Chiefs. We had of course, the Philadelphia Eagles. We had the Buffalo Bills. And we had the Washington Commanders. So when we got down to the 4 teams, I thought, okay, this is going to be Kansas City and the Washington Commanders, because the Washington Commanders used to be the Washington Redskins. So I thought, what better symbolism than the 2 Indians? The 2 with the $5 Indian versus the royal indigenous Indians, Kansas, the Wakanda on the border of Kansas City. That's not coincidental. That's a spiritual message. So, when that didn't happen, when they knocked out the Washington Redskins or the Washington Commanders, you know, that's how I do. That's how I get information from spirit. I'll look at the symbols and I'll figure out what this could mean. But when it doesn't happen the way I think, then that's how I know how to make my adjustment. And then I start looking at another angle. And so when it turned out to be the Philadelphia Eagles and it turned out to be Kansas City Chiefs, I said, well, you know what? Kansas City played San Francisco 49ers twice. So only fitting that they would play Philadelphia Eagles twice. Because anytime you're dealing with spirit, you're dealing with a combination. You have to pull energy to create spirit. So that's why they say where more than one is called in my name, so shall I be Father's spirit. You have to pull energy to create spirit. So I said, okay, the 2. They played San Francisco twice. Now they're going to play Philadelphia twice. That puts it in a spiritual connotation because it was twice. So, since I had already done the Super Bowl with Kansas City and Philadelphia, the thing about these Super Bowls, they change faces. You know, in a different year, they'll change a face and represent a different meaning. The Kansas City Chiefs, everybody's upset with them. They feel like, you know, it's been a lot of cheating done for them to get to the Super Bowl this year. That's been the big thing, big talk. And when I look at that, I look at the 3s. 3 is the magical number. 3rd time the charm. This would be the third Super Bowl in a row. No other team has ever done that. 3 in a row. So it's like Kansas City was up. They fell down. Now they come back full circle to the top again. So third time the charm, that's magical. So they're representing us. The highest fell from the highest to the lowest and now ready to come back full circle to the highest again in that third time the charm Super Bowl. Now, last year they abused their power. And the reason they abused their power last year, and that's when they played San Francisco the second time, is because Sagittarius represents a SAR energy. A SAR is the ultimate sun, the last fire sign, Sagittarius, that was cut down into 14 pieces by the righteous Father's Spirit. He's the father of righteous thinking. And he had to cut the ultimate sun down into 14 cycles of time in order to mature and how to use his powers righteously without abusing them. Because the ultimate sin in the spiritual reality is the abuse of power. There's a multitude of sins in the physical, but spirit is opposite the spiritual. And there's only one sin spiritually, and that's the abuse of power. I don't care how much power you're given, that is how you're going to be judged by the universe as to how you use that power. Are you going to use it righteously, or are you going to use it abusively? So, last year when they played San Francisco, they abused their power. Also, the number 9. Number 9 is the number of fulfillment, completion, where you complete a level and simultaneously start a new level at a higher vibration. I'm dealing with energy, you guys. So, last year we were in an 8 year. Last year, Kansas City had only come together in 13 pieces. It was Super Bowl 58. Add up 5 and 8, you get 13. They played the 49ers at 9 and 4, you get 13. The quarterback for the 49ers wore the number 13. They brought in Taylor Swift, her birthday's December 13th. So the emphasis was on 13. So it was like, anytime you come to your wholeness, you have to do 180 degrees on each half. Energy can only go 180 degrees before it has to be balanced with the opposite 180 degrees in order to complete a full 360-degree spiral. That is how you open up a vortex to access the energy at the next level. So if you're one iota outside of that full 360-degree spiral, you're still in an aberrant rotation. You're not whole, you're not complete. And if it's not whole or holistic, it's not real. So Kansas City, 13. 13 pieces that come together. And we were in an 8 year. The 14th piece was his penis. The power of resurrection. And we're talking Sagittarius as a SAR. The ultimate sun, fire. Fire is the sun, water is the mama, air is the father, and earth is the daughter. So those are the 4 elements. You get no higher perspective than the 4 elements. The full family of energy, spiritual energy. So father and son, air and fire, masculine, external, water and earth, mama and daughter, feminine, internal. And you have all of it in you, a full spiral. We're not talking male, female, we're talking masculine and feminine. Masculine only means external and feminine means internal. So, He was one iota outside of wholeness. He was only at 13 pieces. The final piece, the penis, is resurrection. And the planetary ruler of Sagittarius is Jupiter. Jupiter is the great beneficent, the planet Jupiter. Whatever Jupiter energy touches, it brings in abundance. It's what gives us our blessings. But it's an optimistic energy, and you have to be optimistic to tap into your blessings, or you'll go right up under them. So he wasn't complete, he wasn't whole. As a SAR, 13 pieces, which is now pointing to a neon sign this year. Tomorrow will be the 59th Super Bowl. What does 5 and 9 add to? And we're in a what year? 9 year. So the fulfillment of a SAR resurrecting into his full abundance of collective power. That is what Sagittarius stands for, and Kansas City is Sagittarius energy. Okay? But he was abusive because he wasn't whole or holistic. But this will be where he puts on his 14th piece and resurrects into his collective. And the SAR is us, all of us, and our energy. You have all the energy in you. Your sun sign is just what you come in here to focus. Sun is always focus. But you have all the rest of a cycle of energy within you. So now we got a SAR primed for his 14th piece, his penis, his resurrection in a 9 year. But now we get the Philadelphia Eagles. So I know we change faces. So I'm like, so what does it mean with the Philadelphia Eagles now? Well, we're still looking at the United States government with Philadelphia, the birthplace of the United States government. But now we're looking at a new empowerment in this United States government, or in this government. And what has been in the news quite a bit lately, and when I researched Philadelphia again, what kept coming up in my research was the 14th Amendment. The 14th Amendment. Now, when they talked about, yeah, we're going to go there. When they talked about Trump striking down the 14th Amendment, going against black people, that was incorrect. He had to get up himself and explain. The 14th Amendment is talking about birthright citizenship. And it was Lyndon B. Johnson who changed the 14th Amendment to include anybody being born becomes automatic a citizen. That is what Trump struck down. And then he explained that the 14th Amendment was meant for us, the children of slaves. It was undoing the Dred Scott law. That's what they were using to undo the Dred Scott law, which had us only 3/4 of humans. And he explained that the 14th Amendment only applies to the children of the free slaves. The controversy came up because, like we talked about with the Washington Redskins, they went to the Native Americans and said that they were at threat of being deported. Yeah. But this is distinguishing the authentic versus the perpetrators. I mean, the Redskins versus the Black Indians, okay? Okay? The $5 Indians versus the indigenous Indians. So that is what, and he explained it from that perspective, but we can take it further. That means we're the only birthright citizens. Everybody else is an immigrant. Absolutely. So that is why we're looking at Philadelphia now. See, the 14th Amendment. Again, the 14 pieces. What I see, because the Philadelphia Eagles represents Scorpio energy. And Scorpio is the sign of transformation. The death of the old for a rebirth of the new at a higher level. The old has to go in order for the new to blossom. They tear down old lies and rebuild at a higher level. The Scorpios make good drug counselors. Tearing down old lies and rebuilding at a higher level. So when we're looking at Philadelphia now and representing the 14th Amendment, we may be looking at transforming the government. Okay? Where we now step into the indigenous rights that are being exposed in the Aquarian age as it balances with Leo. The evolution, and what I've described here is called the fixed cross. There are 3 cross levels of energy that influences everything in the universe. You have the cardinal cross, the royal energy, the cardinal fire. The sun is always, the fire is always the sun. So the cardinal fire or the royal fire is the prince, Aries energy. You have the cardinal water. The water's always the mother, the mama. So the royal mama is the queen, Cancer energy. Then you have the cardinal air. The air is always the father. Royal father is the king, Libra, the king. And then the final cardinal sign, the earth. That's the daughter, not the mama. That's why we haven't got the whole story, because we've been putting a fourth of a puzzle with wrong pieces. It's not mother, it's daughter. This is a family. Father spirit, son of power, mama universe, daughter earth. Daughter earth. So the royal or cardinal daughter, the princess, is Capricorn. That's the cardinal cross. And she's the one who's been rejected in her value. You know, because she's the energy of integrity and character. And we've been in the land of illusion. And character is not respected in the land of illusion. That is why she became the rejected stone who becomes the cornerstone. It's in her rejection and redemption the earth is transformed. Cinderella, from the bottom to the top. The servant girl who marries the prince and becomes the queen. So from the bottom to the top, that is Capricorn's energy, because it's the energy of integrity and character. Because the planetary ruler of Capricorn is Saturn. And Saturn is the taskmaster. He challenges all of us, restricts us and limits us, just to see if we're going to overcome those restrictions and limitations by staying true to our character. Testing our character and our integrity. So that is the cardinal cross. She's the only one who hadn't reached her sacred status. She's only recently been crowned. That completes us as a royal family, and it takes us to a star system level. The key of the universe is balance. So now that we're a star system as a full royal family, Daughter Earth can now go into marriage and partnership with Anubis of the Sirius star system, which is our ancient energy empowerment, our ancestors. So the new age star system can now balance with the ancient ancestral star system. Okay? This is how this energy will reverberate throughout the cosmos. Okay? But now we move to the fixed cross. The fixed cross, we're going to start with Aquarius, because this always happens in the Aquarian age. This evolution process, because it's the energy of evolution. The know thyself, Aquarius and Leo. So Aquarius is the sign of evolution on the fixed cross. I call the fixed cross the cross of crucifixion. I call it the four horses of the apocalypse. They do the heavy work. They do the military work. They enforce with the cardinal cross, activate. The fixed cross will set into motion. So we got Aquarius, evolution. Opposite Leo, creative rulers. That's the vertical leg. And then the horizontal leg of the fixed cross is Taurus and Scorpio. Taurus is the sign of values and habits. And Scorpio is a sign of transformation, as I told you. So, in order to evolve Aquarius as new age rulers, Leo, there has to be a transformation, Scorpio, of our values and habits, Taurus. You can't take old values and habits from a mundane to a royal level. So in order to step up, there has to be a transformation in our values and our habits. I call Taurus and Scorpio the Lot's wife axis of energy. You can't look back at old habits and old values, turn into a pillar of salt when gateways are open ahead of you to evolve you to a new level. So that is the fixed cross. The last cross is the mutable cross. Third time the charm. 3 is always magic in spiritual language. Okay, so third time the charm. Now we got the closer. The third cross, the mutable cross, where the cardinal cross activate a new royal energy. The fixed cross sets it into motion, and the mutable cross will adapt us to a whole new level of accessing Mama Universe's magic. Mama is magic. First 2 letters of magic is Ma. Father, air, deals with logic and reason and knowing. He's opposite Mama. Mama the water. Magic. And anytime we're dealing with 3s, we're dealing with the magic. So the mutable cross, the 3s, the closer, Gemini, the 3rd sign. Opposite Sagittarius, the 9th sign. Then the horizontal leg, Virgo, the 6th sign. Opposite Pisces, the 12th sign. That is the mutable cross. That is where we open up to our magic. It's time for your magic now, people. But you got to know that. The Aquarian age, I know. You have to know your power before you can activate your power. If you don't know it, you don't have it. So it's time for us to now activate our magic. And the universe wants you to test it. It wants you to play with it. Right now we're manifesting. Today I walked out the door and a guy walked out right behind me. Said, I was just wondering if I was going to see you, and then boom, here you are. And about 3 people told me that today. And I told them, it's time, we're manifesting. We're manifesting now, people, take note. It's not coincidental. It's not just, oh, no. Yeah, you can always find a physical reason behind it, but that's the balance. The physical versus the spiritual. You have to put the two together for it to work. The balance between the two. So it's time for the magic. It's time for us to step up into our magic. And right now, if you think I was going to give you a prediction, but I'll tell you this, with the two teams, we can't lose either way. And the reason it had to be twice, 2 times, is to show you this is a spiritual operation, not of man. Because I know they script the Super Bowls, they script the football games, they script those things. But every now and then we get a divine intervention to show you who's really in charge here. Everything is levels, you guys, levels, not time, levels. So whatever they're doing to go against us, there's someone above them influencing to do that because it needs to be done, because energy only unfolds through a negative and positive polarity.
Right on. Fact.
No pain, no gain. And the same extent, the pain is going to be the same extent the gain. They're opposites. And we just crossed over from the physical half. We just hopped the fence, because you don't blend energy. You harmonize energy. We just hopped the fence at this winter solstice to the spiritual half. That is why things are starting to manifest now, because we're on the spiritual side of that 180 degrees physical we just completed. And that 180 degrees physical, we were the vessels of sacrifice and struggle through many, many lifetimes, so that it can now balance out equally in spiritual reward and spiritual empowerment. All this is in divine order. This is not something I made up or I came with. I study energy. And so now, that is why it has to be a negative and positive polarity. But you don't blend energy, which means we've now completed the negative half, the sacrifice and struggle. We just did that at the winter solstice, so it just hasn't become as perceivable yet. But if you pay attention, your phone will ring and you'll know who it is even before you look at it. Pay attention. There's no such thing as coincidence. So start testing it. I told you, what I do, I like to, when I watch television, I'll say, I think I want to see the color pink. And then watch the TV screen fill up with pink. Try it. Don't take my word for it. But remember, you got to know it. If you all questioning, if y'all in your left brain, I get so many people coming to me in their left brain, and I really don't have time for it. I'm a conceptual person. I'm a big picture person. I look at the bigger picture, then I put the individual aspects in line with that. The balance, individual physical vessels, the boots on the ground, all the way up to the highest collective of spiritual energy, a royal family of energy, through those 4 elements. Air, fire, fire, sun, water, mama, earth, daughter. A royal family of energy. So from one end to the opposite end. You have to be able to follow your spirit. You have to be limber enough to follow your spirit. When you get into one position, this is who I am. This is what I do. This is what I don't do. That's stagnation. That's your wounding in that physical half. The repercussions, subconscious wounding. You have to be limber enough to follow your spirit from one end to the opposite end. Your spirit can say, dig a ditch 10 feet deep, and you get finished digging that ditch and you think, what am I going to get for that? Your spirit going to say, now build a tower 10 feet high. It's not whole until it's balanced, with its opposite. And that's what your spirit is going to take you from an individual vessel, boot on the ground. It's not about the physical body. You've done many physical bodies through many different lifetimes. It's the energy that you bonded in that never is broken. So the bonding, as we open up to a collective spiritual purpose now, and we are the energy, it's the melanin. The melanin is what gives us the melanin is what draws energy from the universe. And not only does it draw energy, it acts as the oil that gives us the ability to harmonize energy. You don't blend energy, you harmonize. Everybody's bringing a unique purpose to the table. That's right. Guided by your own spirit. The one and all in one. Your reality is no more wrong or right than anyone else's. We're all bringing our own unique mastery to the table as guided by our spirit in contribution to the whole. We don't blend into one, we harmonize as one. Hey? So your reality is no more wrong or right than anyone else's. Everybody has a contribution to the whole. All of us are unique, and only your spirit can give you that guidance. Your spirit was with you through many lifetimes. When you chose your purpose, when you chose the destiny, your spirit was the one who helped you master in that purpose. And we always bring it to the table in the Aquarian age, because that's when it's time for evolution. Okay? So, we don't know. Scorpio, the Philadelphia Eagles, a transformed government, emphasizing the 14th Amendment versus Kansas City Chiefs, the Royal Indians, Wakanda energy. This was set up purposely. Because either way it goes, we win, you guys, we win. But again, you gotta know that. Now it's not just enough to know, you have to walk in that knowing. You have to act like you know it. So I'm here to tell you, start walking in the authority of your royalty. Prove it for yourself. Okay? Don't take my word for it. If what I'm telling you don't resonate with you, it's not meant for you. I'm not going to argue details with you. If it resonates with you, then it was meant for you. Your spirit is letting you receive it. Your spirit is the one who will guide you in what to receive and what to leave out. Only one you can trust. Your spirit. That's your other half. And whatever your sun sign is, your spirit is going to be that opposite energy. I'm a Capricorn. That means my spiritual energy is Cancer. And as my physical Capricorn balances it with my spiritual Cancer, what do I complete? A spiral. 180 degrees on each half. A 360-degree spiral. That's what opens up a vortex. That gives you access to the next level. A multitude of levels, you guys. Individual, where you balance with your spirit. Then it goes to the couple level. Like the twin souls or the soulmates. Then it goes to a family level. From a family level, it goes to a community level. We're talking energy vibrations. And from there, you go local, national, international, and then you get to a global level. Right on. The global level is the 180-degree mark. Where we got a global powers that have reached their maximum, their 180-degree maximum of abuse of power. Now we're ready to hop that fence because all the systems of the world has now become corrupted. Exactly. Every last one. political, medical, pharmaceutical, entertainment, legal, educational, news media, they're all corrupted at a global level. A global agenda. Now, after the global level, you get, when you hop the fence, now you get to a planetary level. And from a planetary level, it goes to a universal level. And from a universal level, it goes to a star system level. Those are all levels we have the ability to balance energy and ascend. And as high as you can harmonize your energy is as high as that will come back to you full spiral. Spirit is spiral. Okay? What goes around comes around. And spirit moves inside out, not outside in. So it all starts from within. We're energy transmitters as well as receivers. But it's what we send out as to what we spiral back. And if we're sending out at 20%, we're going to receive it back at 20%. If we're sending out at 80%, we're going to receive it back at 80%. So as high as you can take your vibration to the universe is as high as it will send it back to you, full spiral. So we will see collectively, because those of you who are going to energize Kansas City versus those of you who are going to thinking and energizing the Philadelphia Eagles. And whichever collective energy we create through our thoughts, you guys, the mind, imagination, that's how you maneuver in the spiritual world, through your imagination. So we're going to see collectively what tops what. Because they're both going to be working in our best interest. Okay? So either one, it's just a matter of which the majority that buys into. Okay? So no prediction, but I'm giving you the symbolism of what is being symbolized with this Super Bowl. I don't believe this government is going to be lasting much longer. But that just means the government. That don't mean the people. And what I see, just like, money. They said in the last days they're going to be throwing money in the streets. It has no value, and we are so close to that right now. Because it's time for us to step into our spiritual powers. It's opposite the material than the physical. You can't serve two masters. So now it's time for us to transition from a reliance or a dependency on our material power. The mama bird is trying to push the baby birds out of that proverbial material nest so they can find out they have been liberated, they can fly. They no longer have the yoke of materialism keeping them grounded in the physical illusion. It's the physical illusion versus spiritual reality. Okay? Internal versus external. External is the physical illusion. Internal is spiritual reality. So we've all got to sit back tomorrow and watch. But it's not just a football game you're watching. The reason I use the Super Bowls as symbolism is just we're looking at another level of energy. We're looking at a collective level of energy. From a personal individual to a collective level with the Super Bowl showing you what we're focused. That's how you energize, through your focus. And it doesn't matter if you hate it or love it. Just the fact that you're focused on it, you're energizing. So we're going to see what the collective of the people, what will they energize as to which one is going to show itself. We're going to get the benefit of both, no matter what, by them just showing up together in the Super Bowl. Okay? A star stepping up to his full collective power, that full circle, third time the charm, the threes, third Super Bowl, or the Philadelphia Eagles, a transformation of governmental power using the 14th Amendment as its basis. So, one way or another, we're going to find out tomorrow. So that is my Super Bowl symbolism. Beautiful. Step up to your power, people. And prove it. You can prove it. Don't take my word for it. Start doing little things to exercise your magic. Get you a partner and start sending messages to each other. Do it on a regular basis. Don't just do it. Oh, it didn't work. You have to stay consistent. You have to prove you're secure in your power. You have to prove you're secure. Okay? That's the earth element, security and value.
Thank you. Thank you, my dear.
Wonderful. It's my pleasure to deliver this message to you today. Because we're family, people. We're already connected on a spiritual level. We just manifest the energy.
Right on. Bringing it down.
Okay, but it's already been done on the spiritual. And now we're ones who are going to manifest it in the physical. Okay? That's what I'm here to tell you, and it's my pleasure to give that to you. So it's on you. No complaining, because if it's not working for you, it's because you're not trusting and believing. Okay? So it's on you. So now I'm going to do my little folklore. And I hope you like it.
You love it already. Coming from you.
Hold up, I'm just getting my glasses and getting my eyes. Let me get a sip of water. So, it's called, my presentation, this is called, it's called Emerald Green.
All right. I love green. Emerald.
Far, far away, at the highest of all levels, was a love kingdom. And everyone in the kingdom was happily in love. The kingdom was called Emerald Green, named for its lush, sparkle, and vibrant fertility. New generations of this kingdom was evident within the population, with the couples either pregnant or holding precious new births. The people of this kingdom was an emulation of the queen and king, whose love for each other projected in pulsations to the rest of the loving couples. They stood arm in arm together, caressing each other, as well as the deep looks exchanged among the two, for they could not take their eyes off of one another. There was a community meeting called to resolve an issue. that had been recently identified. There had not been a new pregnancy in 24 moons, which was a priority concern for the kingdom of fertility. It was as if they had hit a ceiling, being that they had manifested all the higher ancestral beings in their recycled birth agenda. So the community decided harmoniously that the problem was that emerald green had reached its peak of love, happiness, and peace and healing. It was time to take the energy to another level. The kingdom of emerald green must now be extended to the kingdom of emerald green supreme. All of the people of this kingdom knew that the only way this could be accomplished was to regenerate the energy. And the only way this could be done was to fall even lower than they were high in order to transform and regenerate cycles of energy by falling as low as possible so the spiraling cycle would reflect full circle to an even higher level than the level before the fall. There were 18 couples of the most sacred ancient royalty, including the king, the queen, and the king, that qualified for this mission. These couples immediately gathered for the journey up Generation Mountain, the highest peak of emerald green. Each couple jumped with the queen and the king leading the fall. Each generational lifetime in this cycle of separation, they became more separated in their love for one another. The divine activator, or the divine masculine, and the divine manifester, or the divine feminine, fell through a multitude of levels of landings, where they stayed a period of 40 to 70 years or at their death before the fall continued. The first landing downward from crystal green was the kingdom of wisdom. And as they descended, they experienced the loss of flexibility in their thoughts and became more judgmental in their thinking. They then continued the decline to the kingdom of knowledge, where they began losing their higher consciousness and became more hardened in their way of thinking. After that level, they continued to fall to the kingdom of the occult, where hidden habits of ancestral magic was being prohibited. They were now at the crossing from the ether realms into the realm of materialization, where most of life's difficulties begin to surface. The next landing was the kingdom of righteous passions, where higher desires were lost in an illusion of egotism, where these couples were separated by others who went to drastic measures to intervene in the connection of these relationships. There was one instance where a woman, resentful of the love between the top couple, and since he would not stop loving her, the woman got help and tied her up, put her in a trunk, and threw the trunk in the ocean to get rid of her. And in her next lifetime, this action materialized as claustrophobia and a fear of restriction. The fall continued to the kingdom of morality and conscientiousness, where it was about selfish values and chaos reigned because self-righteousness was the rule of the land. They finally landed in the kingdom of discernment and dual consciousness, where everyone lived in their own illusions of delusion, where self-preservation was the law. Everything had to be questioned as to its authenticity. It was this bottom level that the now completely separated 18 couples got a brief moment when each reconnected with their highest mate. And this was when they were given the serendipitous opportunity to deal with each other in a righteous action of correctness to absolve the karmic abuse of the undermining the relationship went through, falling those multitude of levels. Out of the original 18 couples that fell, 14 superseded their selfish delusions of grandeur to do right by their partner, and thereby reversing the cycle upward from the cycle of separation to the cycle of bonding. And at each level upward, they could now reverse that very same condition, the very same conditions that perpetuated their disconnection. At each ascension level, as the bonding energy manifested, they now had the ability to create a new foundation in a spiral of anticipation at the highest level for the kingdom of crystal green now became the kingdom of crystal green supreme love, where they had earned through their healing process an increase in the fertility of joy, happiness, and peace by the entrance of the union of even higher soul couples now being birthed for an endless period of time. Much joy, peace, and happiness, family, for the story I just imparted is our story.
Yes, it's beautiful.
And remember, family, as bad as it's been, is as good as it's about to get. Thank you, family.
You know what I mean? Because I had the premonition. I'm like, we're in Atlanta, so we got to treat Atlanta like Atlanta. You know what I mean? Atlanta closes at 4 to 5 a.m. So after this is over, we are going to be in the West End, 640 Evans Street, where the after party was the last time for the gathering of the masters, all right? We'll be open at 4 a.m. Entry fee is $33. You know what I'm talking about? You know, we got to pay the people. And we're going to have music. We're going to be networking. We're going to shake a leg. Ain't going to be no chairs and whatnot. We're going to be dancing. So if you got to change up and pull up, do what you got to do. But the night is not over, y'all. The night is not over. We're going to keep this energy going. We are alchemists, you know what I mean? So the ceremony is the dance. The ceremony is the drum. The ceremony is the quote-unquote movement. A little bit of sacrament, you know what I'm talking about? Some spirits. But yeah, let me do this little piece right here that I put together. And it goes a little something like this. These are little bars, you know what I mean? You know. My foresight is for the enlightened and not for the frightened. The melanated ones, the chosen ones, and not for the whitened. I'm working for self. I am not for the stipends. I can see through the illusion and the confusion. I can see through the conclusions. They out here winning and they losing. It's 20 versus 1, and the women is choosing. They popping balloons on popular coons and popping some shrooms. They on top of the moon with Dr. Manhattan and Dr. Doom. The chopper goes boom. The mop and the broom, sweeping up rooms. Wait, sweeping up ops in the room. Summertime shootout, we dropping in June. Yeah, we locking in soon. Where do you niggas find time? I'm on a whole nother timeline, huh? Them niggas is on demon. I'm on divine time. You dig? My shrine shine, my mind shine. In Colorado's with the buffs on, I'm prime time. I'm in the stew, they had me in the shoe. I was in the box like DFW. I promise you, don't let the BS trouble you. Don't let this nigga from the BX trouble you. The spot on my block is thriving. These thoughts conniving, they not surviving, and it's not surprising. They pocket watching, a pocket sizing. Big Papa was popularizing. Just ask Spotify, nigga, the bots is rising. Prostitutes is proselytizing. Robots, the optimist is optimizing. Prophesizing. The botanicals, yeah, they botanizing. This is a question I want to ask my fellas. If you hopped in a room, would they pop the balloon? I told her on my first date, we could pop some shrooms, then stop at the moon. Then it's off to the multiverse. To go shop at a pop-up with Doom. Go to Tulum and go hop over brooms. I remember when I met you. I couldn't forget you. I pressed you. God bless you. Captain Saver Goddess. I'm here to the rescue. She said, I stretched you after I undressed you. I impressed you and I didn't stress you. She a Georgia peach. She drive me bananas. And when she put that apple bottom in them Lululemons, it's like the first time I see Nunu grinning. That was back in them days when they had on FUBU denim. Listen, I'm schooly red, and I am truly royal. And all of my women smell like patchouli oil. Peace.
Welcome to the 9Ether GodFest. 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 9Ether GodFest. 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 GodFest.